Hello, Sundari. I know this is crazy. I got my hair cut, so I don't really know what to do with the front portion of my hair. But my hair is still a bit not really completely dry. I still wanted to do a video because it's been like 3 hours and my hair hasn't dried yet. I want to do a get ready with me because I haven't really done one in a while. Yeah, let's go. Applying my under eye patches. I didn't really sleep properly last night. Don't ask me why. There's like so much to do and such less time that it's always amazing to me. Like I'm always in like a go state of mind. So I really want to start off today by just talking about a little bit about how things have changed in the content creation world. I have been doing this since 2011, and so it's already been 10 years. So I'm going to be using the Lakme 95 Primer Matte Liquid Concealer. This is in the shade Nude. I talked about this in last video. You need to not use any foundation in these sticky days. So take it from me, I'm not only advising you, I'm doing exactly what I told you. So since I started in 2011, things have changed so much, and obviously they will. It's literally been 10 years. But there's been a lot of stuff that has changed that I can't really wrap my head around. And I think that's what I wanted to talk about. I've been doing this for so long. I think when I started coming back to it again like 2 years ago, I thought I had everything in control. I researched as much as I possibly could, and I understood that shorter form of content is the thing that's gonna like get in the views, and then you can retain that by creating like longer form content because that is of interest to people. And this was like before Instagram and other platforms try to become exactly like TikTok. So I thought just being genuine and kind of like creating content that would work, like stuff that's helpful. I started creating the sort of content that I thought would be useful. For example, I started creating reviews. I started creating how exactly to do something, and I didn't really use audio from like the trending audios and all, because I thought that's not what is required to kind of get the right sort of people to watch your videos, and I was wrong. Right now I am so confused as to what exactly should someone like me do in terms of content. Just trying to keep up with the trends it's just such a difficult task, I would say, as a content creator, someone that values content rather than just thinking of it as entertainment. I mean, obviously entertainment and that sort of content does exist, but my forte is not entertainment. My forte is education and trying to like talk about new things and all. It is one thing to be a brand and kind of know what works on social media and then work around that, as compared to being a content creator and being someone that creates content for the value of it and not just interaction. So I feel like it's such a confusing time, and I don't really know if it's just me or if it's other people also feeling it. It's as if the concept of content that I understand is very simple. I use products and I talk to you guys about things that matter to me, that most probably matter to you too, and that's exactly why you follow me and you are interested in what I have to do, because it's almost like a friend who has similar sort of interests and someone that understands concepts in the same way as you do. So you really want to see the perspective and you want to hear them, and so that's the concept of content that is worked for me, the sort of content that I aspire to do, the sort of content that I like to watch. But that is sadly not the case anymore. I think with shorter form content, it is so much more complicated because you're trying to make an impression within like 30 seconds. Now it's almost a minute, but you it's a very small threshold. It's like you can never understand a person, or you could, for example, if you saw someone for 30 seconds and you spoke to them, you wouldn't be able to make, if you met someone and you could only speak to them for like 1 minute, how memorable would that person be, and whatever they said, how hard is it going to hit you? Chances are not really that hard, right? That's the same thing with content. I think when you watch a YouTube video, something that's long, you kind of actually invest in that. You want to listen to what the person has to say, and then you can decide if you actually trust them, or how exactly you are going to have a relationship with that content creator and that sort of content piece. And I think that is pretty much gone out of the window now because of shorter form content. I'm going to be using the Nykaa Oh My Brow. For example, I would not be doing what you're doing right now, like listening to someone over Instagram for more than like 1 minute if they were just doing their makeup, right? Because it's just not possible at a place like Reels. Weird shift from content being to kind of relate to someone to content just being entertainment is something that I'm having a huge issue trying to wrap. Even when I try to create content right now, I can just not seem to get how to make it into something that is catchy, because catchy is not my forte. My forte is more that you kind of create a content piece as well that it's actually useful. A huge problem, I think. And so I mean, you guys can let me know what exactly you feel about it, because I personally think that even right now, even if I go on IG Reels and if everybody is like reviewing a product, I tend to not trust it because I don't really know these people. I haven't even heard their voices sometimes. And so for me, the helpful part of content, something that helps me make my mind about something, not there anymore. I mean, great, it's entertaining, you get to get it like very, very quickly. You can consume it very, very quickly, but I'm not making my buying decisions, or I'm not really going there for advice. And I think that's kind of sad, because it's almost kind of making your friendship into a level of entertainment and kind of letting go with a very strong bond that used to be there between like content creators and their audience. And I don't know how to deal with it, if I'm being very, very honest. I mean, I've tried to make series, I've tried to ask questions and then create content pieces after that, and it hasn't really worked out. And apparently it's very difficult to find the right sort of people on IG Reels, I feel. I wouldn't really say it's as crazy on YouTube though, because even if you have shorts, you have the bigger format, which is these sort of videos, and people that want to have that connection, the longer connection, the kind of like understanding that all of us have, can do that. Like right now you have an option of watching like a longer form, and it's not that the algorithm is only pushing you shorts, although that is the case for other platforms. I'm going to be using the verified Cashmere Rose. This blush is a rare berry. It's been very crazy, I'm not gonna lie, but I am still trying to create content that's of value and not just interest and not just trending topics, because there's more to content than just that. And let me know, what exactly do you find of value? Do you look at IG Reels and then make up your decision about buying a product? Because that's not the case with someone like me. I still need a YouTube video and like a detailed talk about how they like a product and me. But I also feel like filters are way easier to put on Instagram, especially on Reels, as compared on YouTube. And I really can't trust something that I see on Reels because it's such a facade almost. It's entertaining, but it's not trustworthy. Let me know if you think it's entertaining or if it's trustworthy. Or I feel like the perspective, which is very, very important in content creation, is almost gone. It's like there's one thing that is trending, and then everyone just does that one thing, trying to get the attention, which is so little right now. And true perspective and true angle and true viewpoint of someone is completely missing, because we're just too busy in the rat race. I don't know. You know what it feels like? It feels like everybody's talking, but they're not saying anything. Weird thing is, when I want to, let's say, if I want to buy shoes, and I search in great shoes and blah 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 blah, then Instagram starts showing me all these influencers that are talking about shoes. But if I search shoes in Instagram, I don't really get that great of a recommendation. So I'm a bit confused about like how exactly that happens. But I just remove my yes. I feel like there's not really a lot of perspective, because there's not really a lot of time to give you a perspective, right? You can just give it, at least like now there's 1 minute long reels. Before it was way worse. Like I felt that people had to like struggle with saying what they were saying as quickly as they could, and it didn't just seem like a great way to interact, in all honesty. I'm still struggling. I'm still trying to understand what exactly I have to do as a content creator. But I think you guys can help me in making me understand if it's only me that feels like this, or if it's you also that feels like that. The second thing that I have been feeling lately is that I need a fresh start. And what I mean by that is that I started working back in 2013, so it's almost going to be like 10 years of starting to work. And this looks funny, and I feel that right now is high time. I've been a content creator for almost 13 years. Oh my god, that's crazy. And I feel that right now is literally the best time for me to evolve. I feel that it's really great in the sort of experiences that I've had and the sort of things that I've achieved. I've achieved quite a lot of things in the past 13 years. But I want to do more than what I'm doing right now. I want to achieve more. I want to learn different things. And one of the biggest reasons why I went with, creating my own brand. I know this looks crazy. I'll dull it down in a bit. It's because I really wanted to do something more, right? I've always been like this sort of person that always asks, is this it? Are these my achievements? And then I circle back to what I really want to do in life, because that's just, I think, how exactly you develop as a person. I'm pretty sure after, working in an office for like 10 years, you're like, maybe I need to change my career. And I feel like I'm at that point I'm at that phase in my life right now, that I really want to do something more than what I'm doing right now. And I've been a content creator for a really long time, and it's been great. Now I have a business, which is great. It's going to grow at its own speed. My content creation, I don't think I will ever stop creating content, because I really, really like it. But I want to do more than these two things, And you would think someone like me would be like, well, 2 things are enough. I mean, it's stressful doing those 2 things together, don't get me wrong. But I still want to do more. I want to study more. I want to exploit as much my capacity as I possibly can and understand myself. Does that make sense? Understand myself by doing different things. For example, I really want to get into creative field again. I was literally thinking about, when I started YouTube, it was very, very creative, right? I had to figure out the lighting. I had to figure out every single thing, like with editing and all of that. And at that time, it was at the very, very nascent stage. Now, I think I know a lot of these things, and I've learned a lot. Honestly, there's like so much to learn, even in content creation, you continuously, it's like change is the only constant thing, and you can always continuously learn new things even about content creation. But I feel like whatever I've learned in the past few years as a content creator, now it's time for me to apply that with my experience in my like professional capacity as well, as like a creative head of an agency, and then being a blogger and creating content, understanding your perspective, my perspective, and the perspective of an agency. I really feel like now I want to learn another perspective. Does that make sense? I feel like, in essence, I feel like I could be doing a lot more than just this. And although just this is a lot to do, like it's not just this, it's this and my business and brand and everything, but I still want to, like, I want to do this for other brands kind of. Sometimes I catch myself thinking of creative ideas for other things, and I think maybe I should apply to like an agency and then help in finding solutions for brands, because that's how my brain works. I'm like, ooh, that could be something that a brand can do, and I think maybe that would be a great idea. I also really want to study more. I have a bachelor's and a master's in English literature, and after that, I started working, and then I started doing this. I really want to have another degree. I think everybody should, after like 5 or 10 years, even if you're just regular 9 to 5 jobs also, should always be upping your education game. But I'm so confused. I don't have the right career counselor right now, and so I can't really figure out how exactly am I going to do what I want to do. So if you guys know any career counselor, if you think that you know someone that is really great, where is my brush? If you know someone that's like a really great career counselor, especially in like the sort of fields that I talked about, please do let me know in the comment section, and also let me know how exactly you guys feel, because I'm pretty sure you are also around 30 and you also feel kind of, I wouldn't really say stuck, but after 10 years of doing the same job, don't you want to be like, is there more? And so I'm in that phase, and I really want to know what you guys think about that. Because I know for people that are not content creators, this might seem like, oh, this is so interesting and all of that, and it is, but at the end of the day, it is work, and you always want to kind of evolve, right? And I really want to evolve. So I really wanted to understand, since I'm the only person that's doing every single thing for my brand Coco, right? I was like, I need to learn marketing, and I started doing this marketing course online. That's just like a free course that's basically gives you all information. It's essentially, it's called an MBA in a nutshell, which it's not an actual MBA, but it gives you the gist of what exactly you should know, right? And it was very interesting, but the blush is a bit too much today. So we're going to fix it. I'm going to use the Nykaa Contour and Conquer palette. I've used this for like a very long period of time. But as I was saying, I think, let me know how exactly your career is going. And do you guys also ask these questions? Because this was the thing with me, even when I was doing my first job. I started doing it, and within like 7 months, I was like, is this it? Am I going to do this for the rest of my life? And that wasn't what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So I always question how exactly everything is going to be. And I think right now my whole brain is giving me an answer that you really need to upgrade. And I'm trying that. I'm trying to do it, but I don't know how to do it. So if you guys have any resources, as I mentioned before, too much blush, bronzer, any resources, definitely let me know. You know what you guys think about all of this? Like, would you be switching up your careers right now? Has it happened to you that you really want to just do more than what you're doing? And if you took like any steps in your career to actually genuinely do that? So yeah, that's how life is going right now. I'm gonna use Monday by Verify. Actually, no, I'm gonna use 26th of Jan by Verified. That's, I think, one thing I really like about, being a brand owner too. Like, you learn new things every single day, and I really like that. I'm the sort of person that needs to solve problems on the daily for my brain to function. Like, I can't do the same thing day in and day out. I need like a new dragon to slay every single day. And I know a lot of you might be like, what does that even mean? But that's the reason why I love being like the creative head of an agency, or like doing this, because you're literally solving a unique query every single day, and that's of really great interest to me. If I don't do that, I just get bored, and I don't want to get bored of my work. So apply my eyeliner and then we'll be done. I'll just go ahead and do that, because if I talk through that, then we're done with the eyeliner and the mascara. That's almost like a life update. I really hope that by the time that I make another life update, I'm able to kind of get a really good career counselor and maybe ask them what exactly the trajectory should be for someone like me. I really like where I am in my life right now, but I want to do more, and I think all of us do. Change is literally the only constant in our life, and I feel like I've learned a lot from being a YouTuber, from being like a personality, being like a creative head of an agency. I think I want to learn more now. And so if you guys know any career counseling professional, or if you know someone that might help me, definitely leave that in the comment section. It's also helpful for a lot of other people that actually end up watching this video, and they feel that they also want a little bit of guidance. Yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna go now, and that's it.